for a woman to blurt out, I'm bright. As a, they think she's really saying I'm brighter than you are. As a matter of fact, that is what I'm saying. I'm brighter than even the brightest men I know. That's why it's a mistake to talk too much.
Now, the people that you know who talk a lot, do they talk slowly or do they talk quickly?
Really fast.
Really fast. So we're not going to talk so fast that you can't think your words, because that's really important. But we're also not, like when you get to the point, I talk more slowly. We want that to actually be different than what you've done before that. So Preeti wrote this out, was that she was a high school girl talking to her girlfriend who was about to go out, and she was giving her advice. But that doesn't feel satirical enough to me, that we need the irony of it all. And she's also calling him a man. She's saying when I talk to men and all that she needs to be at least college age, right? That yeah. She's had this experience with men. But my idea was that she overhears this guy, kind of a blowhard kind of a guy, who's constantly shooting his mouth off, that women shouldn't get equal pay or equal jobs or and all that, because they're dumb. Women just don't have the same intelligence that a man has. Right? So she walks over to him and she says, well, that's not really my issue. No, my biggest problem is that I talk too much. That she's teasing him about everything.
Yeah.
So what we need to do when we go through this line by line, Preeti, is to say, how can I say this in the way that it will poke him the most?
Right. Yeah.
Get him the most. So just try this. Say, well, that's not my problem. I have a whole different problem.
That's not my problem. I have a whole different problem.
What's your problem?
I talk too much.
Really? Oh, well, I'm bright, unlike some people around here. So it's really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're thinking, unlike some people around here, like you,
I'm quite bright, so it's interesting.
So everything that you say is about him, not you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everything you say is about him. So when you say, so it's interesting, what it means is he's not interesting.
Yeah.
Like make fun of yourself in front, like you're saying, I talk too much. Wait till you hear all the rest of the stuff I have to say about you.
But nevertheless, I talk too much. You see?
So catch yourself.
You see, already I'm saying so much more than I should say.
Already I've said too much for a guy like you with a limited brain capacity.
You see, already I'm saying much more than I should say.
You hate that, don't you?
You hate that, don't you?
That was perfect, okay? You say it exactly the same way.
Men hate it when women blurt out, I'm bright. They think she's really saying I'm brighter than you are.
Now, how would you say that? I'm brighter than you are. I'm brighter than the smartest guys I know, much less some stupid idiot like you.
I'm brighter than even the brightest men I know. That's why it's a mistake.
Damn, I made a mistake. It's a mistake. like I should have known not to say that in front of you.
That's why it's a mistake to talk too much.
We need you to have a lot more fun, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to try to copy what I do. That's not the point. My point is to try to help you see possibilities, okay? And the changes that you need to make on every word, really. That two words that are really, really different can be right next to each other, especially in lists, right? So are you understanding the whole relationship and what you're trying to do to the guy, Preeti? Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, I forgot that it was a satire, so I completely dismissed that when I was coming up with it. So this like made the scene more interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be really, really fun if you're brave enough to go there, okay? To really go to all those places and try to make him as uncomfortable as you possibly can. Your objective is to make him feel uncomfortable and humiliated, okay? In a flirtatious, fun kind of way. So, doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah.
So, Preeti, you need to let go of all the things that are making you hold still, okay? Just, you got to shed all that. Does that sound like fun?
It's hard, but it's also kind of therapeutic at the same time.
Yes, yes, yes. Good. Like break free. You know, I feel like you kind of have this little eggshell around you and you've just got to break it out so you can be the little chicken that goes wild and does what she needs to do.
Yeah.
Right? Good. Free yourself, little chicken. So glad I suggested this monologue to you because I think it's going to really help. And we should only do very outgoing parts for a while, okay?
Okay.
Good. Good, really good work. Go back and see if you can incorporate everything that we talked about today for next week, okay?
I talk too much. I'm quite bright, so it's interesting. But nevertheless, I talk too much. You see, already I'm saying much more than I should say. Men hate it for a woman to blurt out, I'm bright. They think she's really saying, I'm brighter than you are. As a matter of fact, that is what I'm saying. I'm brighter than you in the placement I know. That's why it's a mistake to talk too much. Men fall behind. I feel challenged and grow hostile. So, when I'm very attracted to a man, I make a point to talk more slowly than I would to one of my woman friends. And because I'm guiding him along from insight to insight, he becomes terribly impressed with his own brilliance and with mine for being able to keep up with him. And he tells me I'm the first woman he's met who's as interesting as one of his godparents. That's love.
Sorry, Teddy. So desperately sorry. But I can't help it. It would be a disaster if we married. We'd be miserable. We both have such quick tempers. I can't. I've tried and I've failed. I can't say yes truly, so I'm not going to say it at all. And you'll see that I'm right eventually, and you'll thank me for it. Teddy, listen. You'll find some lovely, accomplished girl who will love and adore you. And she's going to make a fine mistress for your fine house. I wouldn't, all right? Look at me. I'm homely, and I'm awkward, and I'm odd.
I want you to ask yourself whenever you're talking, is what you're saying good or bad? Because we don't want to say it all the same. You don't want to be sad through the entire thing, especially when your objective is to make him happier, to accept and to see that it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, Teddy. I'm really, really sorry. I'm so, so sorry that I just can't.
Mhm.
But it's not like, I'm so sorry, I can't, because if you're trying to cheer somebody up, you're not going to do it by crying.
Okay.
You're not really, you're sorry that he's heartbroken, yes, but you really can't be sorry that you don't love somebody, when you don't love them, not devastatingly sorry. You're not devastated, he is, right?
Yeah.
Because a person has a broken heart and you go, oh God, I don't want you to have a broken heart. But you're not going, I don't want you to have a broken heart. Are you? Right?
No.
It's a different, you feel differently than he does. So you've got to try to get him to accept that. Okay?
Okay.
Because you don't feel about him the way he feels about you. He's more like a brother to you.
Yes.
So if your brother said to you, just change your feelings,
No.
what would you say to him?
No way. I can't change
You can't just change feelings.
Yeah.
That's impossible. If you feel something, you feel it. You can't just go, oh, okay, I'm going to push this button right here and change my feelings, right?
Yeah.
So see how I can just talk about that and just kind of go on and on about it, right? That will help you find the sentence, right?
Mhm.
Because otherwise it's just really hard. It's really hard to get started unless you have him say something that makes you say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So isn't that a pretty good thing to think that he just said?
Yeah.
Just change your feelings. That's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Try it now. Imagine that he just said that.
Okay. I can't change the feelings. And it would be a lie to say I do when I don't.
Okay. You say, I can't change the feelings. That was good. Now, the second part of that sentence is different, isn't it?
Mhm.
And he goes, well, then you don't have to change the feelings. Just say it. Just say that you have different feelings.
And it would be a lie to say I do when I don't. I'm sorry, Teddy.
He starts like getting a tear in his eye.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't cry. I'm sorry, Teddy. Now see, it's not you that's crying.
No.
It's him. Say, don't cry.
Cry?
I'm sorry, Teddy.
I'm so sorry, Teddy. So desperately sorry.
So I'm so sorry, Teddy. Are you really? So desperately sorry. I am. Right? Isn't that to get him to believe you?
Yes.
It's for his purpose. It's not for you. It's for him. Okay? That desperately. Don't get desperate yourself.
Yeah.
Try to convince him that you really are sorry. Right?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Teddy. So desperately sorry. But
That was so much better. Do you feel why that's better?
Yeah.
Because you were just trying to be desperate at first, right?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah, it's more to like I'm getting him to understand that like I really
exactly.
It would be a disaster if we married. We'd be miserable.
Now you're going to talk about disasters. Okay, give me a couple of different disasters that you can think of.
Being in a loveless marriage, I guess, like arguing all the time.
Yeah, a little too on the head. Let's get a different disaster.
Trauma.
Like, how about a hurricane?
Yeah.
Okay, an earthquake. I mean, if you say a disaster, you're going to go watch a disaster film. Would it be about a loveless marriage? No. The fact that she is exaggerating, isn't she, by saying it, You don't have to be so serious about it. You just have to use your terminology, right? Because that's the clue into her mind. Think about what you're talking about.
It would be a disaster if we married. We'd be miserable.
Okay, now you have more to say. That means he has more to say. Okay. Right. It would be a disaster if we married. What do you mean a disaster? Well, it would be miserable. That's what I mean. You don't have to be the same kind of upset by everything. Each one of these things is a different kind of upset, isn't it?
Yes.
So if he just says, so just force yourself. So just force yourself to love me. Just do it. Everybody expects it. Just force yourself. Does that sound stupid to you?
Yes.
Okay, so react to it that way.
Can't force myself to love you.
There you go. Doesn't that feel more real to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Doesn't that feel more like a brother and a sister having a talk?
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're best friends. You've been best friends for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, and that's all that Joe's ever seen with him.
Yeah, so it's not like you're all of a sudden talking like a lover.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're not.
I'd hate elegant society. You'd hate my scribbling, and we would be on.
And you'd hate all my writing all the time, my scribbling, right? You'd hate me sitting in the corner writing my books, writing Little Women. Okay, so what did we just do? Because I want you to learn how to do this on your own, okay?
Yeah.
What did I just do?
Just to think about like the subtext behind everything she's saying and like making sure that it's always a response.
Right. Always give yourself the right thing to respond to. And usually it's something just to do with what you're going to say. Just say it then. I can't just say it. That's stupid. Right?
Yeah.
So that you know how to react. And what you want, a really big key to what I was doing here was to really take into account your relationship. Right? Yes. Purpose and relationship. What do you want? You want to not marry him. What is the relationship? He's like a brother to you. So if your brother was to say, can we get married? You'd go, what in the hell? What are you talking about? We can't. Oh, come on. We're not really related. But just say you love me. Now, how do you react to that?
Just like, no way. Like, I can't do that.
Yes, exactly. No way.
I can't change the feeling, and it would be a lie to say I do when I don't. I'm so sorry, Teddy. So desperately sorry. But I can't help it. It would be a disaster if we married. We'd be miserable. We both have such quick tempers. I can't force myself to love you. Well, I've tried and I've failed. I can't say yes truly, so I'm not going to say it at all. And you'll see that I'm right eventually, and you'll thank me for it. Teddy, listen. You'll find some lovely, accomplished girl who'll love and adore you. She's going to make a fine mistress for your fine house. I wouldn't, all right? Look at me. I'm homely, and I'm awkward, and I'm odd. And you'd be ashamed of me. Then we would quarrel. I can't help it even now. I'd hate elegant society. You'd hate my scribbling. I would be unhappy and wish we hadn't done it. Everything would be horrid. That's all. Except that I don't believe I will ever marry. I'm happy as I am. I love my liberty too well to be in any hurry to give it up.